So a lot of time can be made up or lost there, and back around to the start. These guys are going to be tired after this.
Under blue skies here at Daytona now, all the 125 riders filtering in. The last rider to come to the gate is Michael Brandis, and he still has not got to his position. Now he moves in alongside of Brock Sellards just to the right of the doghouse, and sandwiching that doghouse, the Yamaha of Troy riders.
Just like in their heat race, and it seems like all the hole shots have come from that area right there, just to the inside of that starter box. I think we've seen some pileups in this first corner because it narrows up so quick. The main event, these guys have a little bit more butterflies than they did in the heat race.
Okay, the 30-second board has turned, and we're set to go as Ron Cotta, who's won 2 in a row, is looking for 3 in a row. He has to beat his teammate Fonseca, though, who's the defending champion and the winner here last year. There's Curry, number 38, the privateer. Number 23, Nick Way. Can't count him out of it.
It's always easy to spot Travis Pastrana. He has those hand guards on, whether it's Rocky or not, and the 5-second sign is up.
From Daytona International Raceway, the 125 main event is underway. Fonseca breaks out into the open immediately. Everybody's sorting out behind him. Paul Curry in second now, trying to give Fonseca a look at a wheel. Ron Cotta is back in 7th.
He's behind, just a couple of riders behind Pastrana. That's as far back as you have to go for some of the favorites, so they're in contention here. It's a long enough race, they'll be able to work their way up.
Out of the West Horseshoe as we approach the front straightaway. Going through the black sand into the triple. Fonseca successful. Brandis, number 27 now, trying to pull up on Fonseca. 45 is Tyler Evans in 3rd.
Tyler was able to capitalize on a mistake. Whoa, Pastrana just laying on the seat almost goes down. Just at the tail end of this battle up front.
There's 199, Travis Pastrana, who had such an impressive qualifying round.
I think you're going to see a patient Pastrana today. They've been beating that in his head. He knows it. He may even have a note about it on the crossbar. He had a note in Atlanta on the crossbar to keep him focused on the right things.
Round number 1, he learned how valuable patience can really be when you're riding in the top 4. Felt he threw his chances away in round 1, but that was his first 125 Pro Supercross at the time. Fonseca, our leader still. In round 2, Pastrana won his first heat race and was smoother on the track, David Bailey. Learned, though, that he needed to be a little more aggressive at the start. So every race he's learning something.
That just never stops either. I mean, even at the highest level, there's still things to learn. Travis just knocked a tire or a hay bale or something out of the way. Something went flying. They cut it close. These guys go all the way to the edge of the racetrack, try to dodge that ruse, to not follow, and mainly to find a smooth line. You see those top 4 really haven't changed much. I think that's why you'll see a little bit more patience from some guys, not trying to make anything happen too early. It's a long race.
Brandis trying to close in on the inside of the whoops to Fonseca. The battle for 3rd is on. Travis Pastrana moves into 3rd around Tyler Evans. Here comes Pastrana. Knock one more off the list. Knock another off the list. And Travis Pastrana has the crowd standing on their feet, taking over the lead here at Daytona.
Well, that's how you do it. You just stay on the tops of those whoops. You have the timing. You nail the big obstacles and go from 4th to 1st. This kid comes in with a lot of hype, and that's why.
Well, there's no doubt about it. He is the most publicized and probably most popular athlete to join the Supercross Tour as a rookie. But he certainly has backed that up with excitement. Ron Cotta went down. No, that's Brock Sellards.
Nope.
It's Brandis.
It's the last year's Brock Sellards.
Yeah, 27 is Brandis, the winner of the first 125 East. Here's Ron Cotta, number 26. He's getting going again. Out front is Pastrana getting a challenge from Fonseca. So Stefan Roncada, his chances for a third consecutive victory taking a shock right now. Anything can happen in this 125 round as Travis Pastrana and Fonseca are 1-2 with Tyler Evans in third. Welcome back to Supercross Daytona Bike Week 2000. The 125 main event. Our leader is Travis Pastrana, who went from 4th to 1st early in the race and continues to control things. Not a happy time for many riders, including number 27 Michael Brandis.
That's too bad. It looked like there may have been a hay bale that a rider hit before he got there and knocked it a little bit into his way.
Roncada also went down on the track, as we noted earlier, and he's battling back from 14th. But our leader, number 199, Travis Pastrana. Here's the battle for second place. Brock Sellards, FMF Honda, number 18, and number 1, Ernesto Fonseca. Ernesto has not won a race this year. He's put 2 good races back-to-back, a third in Pontiac, and then he won his heat, got the whole shot in Atlanta, led a few laps, and ended up in 4th place. Nick Way has now moved into 5th, but look at Brock Sellards. Brock Sellards puts the accelerator down.
Through that mogul section, everyone's been favoring the left, and it's gotten a rut through there. It's actually gotten more difficult to go through in the main line than it is to move over a little bit. And that's what Sellards did, and it worked perfect. Fonseca
trying to break a little later on that corkscrew turn before the whoop section. But Brock Sellards now moves into 2nd place, and Pastrana pulls away. Joining us in the booth right now is former champion, 250 champion back in 1980, Mike Bell. And Mike, Yamahas have really performed well, not only here in the 125s, but they've got a string going of 8 or 9 straight victories, if you count Las Vegas of last year, in Supercross with Jeremy McGrath and David Villeman. And you were a part of that great string of victories, the most victories anytime for a Yamaha, and that was 12 back in 1980.
Yeah, well, I've always been partial to Yamahas. I've spent my whole career riding Yamahas, still ride them, and I think the bikes are great. I've got a new one, and I can't say enough about how well it works. Makes even an old rider seem like he knows what he's doing out there.
Well, I know you want to plug Yamaha, but let's get down to the facts. Blow your own horn a little bit. You won 7 of those 12 races.
Yeah, we really had a few really amazing seasons there. The bikes were great, and we just kind of took turns winning mains.
Do you have a favorite Daytona memory, even if you didn't win one here?
Actually, I have a lot of favorite memories, but unfortunately they don't involve myself. I remember watching guys like David and Ricky and Jeff Stanton and guys like that just totally dominate. And
before we get to that favorite memory, right now that 199 is on the screen, I'd like your impression of Travis Pastrana, who goes down. Just timed it wrong. He's got a big enough lead if the bike is not damaged to get up and get going once again. Here comes Brock Sellards. Sellards inching in front of Pastrana, but Pastrana's got a good chance if there's no damage to the bike. Let's take another look at that, David Bailey.
Gets a little bit crooked in there. Just sticks it in. That's a classic endo. That's about the worst way you can dive the front wheel into a bump. And the way the bike went in there, I'd be surprised if the front end's not tweaked a little bit. That'll affect him when he tries to challenge for the lead again. But now we got ourselves a race. Just when I sensed the crowd starting to yawn, heck, I was starting to yawn. It's a good one now because Travis will not give up.
Can we have a new, different winner? Brock Sellards has not won. Travis Pastrana has not won a 125 race this year. Way started in 10.